There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
What's up, guys? It's Quinn.
It's Alex.
It's Iconic Comic. We're back, finally. It's been so long, and you guys have been waiting for it for a year now, almost. Black Panther movie commentary. This is no longer our road to Infinity War that is long gone. It is now the road to Avengers Endgame. So we have Black Panther we're doing right now, and then the next one is Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that'll be the last one before Endgame. So all we got to do is 2 before Endgame. Before we get into the commentary, guys, we have a slight announcement that we want to make.
It's really not a big deal, but it is a big deal.
Right, and it's not Patreon, so before you click forward, because I know you guys hate hearing us talk about it, we have recently partnered with a new app called Tally. This is going to be an app where, for the first bit, we are going to be able to host a geek game show, very similar in the style of Family Feud. And you can participate live in those game shows. You can watch it on YouTube, but you can also participate by going and getting the Tally app. So just type in Tally TV over on the App Store on Apple, and it'll be available for Android really soon.
Right, and you can either... You can go on, you can apply to be a contestant on our show, and we'll be able to pick our two contestants. But when you apply, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to. Your name will still be there, and we'll be able to choose you in future episodes.
Right, and another good way, if you guys want to be on our first episode, which is this coming Thursday.
Boom.
It'll be at 6:30, and it's always live. So if you want to be on the show, send us an email, get the app, and then send us an email, and that'll let us know that you're really wanting to do this. So if you want to be a contestant on our first episode over at Tally TV, make sure you send us an email, get that app, and now plug out of the way. Black Panther. Man.
Always a good movie.
Nominated for Best Picture now.
Yeah. Always a great movie to watch. Either for background noise or if you're scrolling through, oh, there's Black Panther. I'm going to watch Black Panther.
It's always good.
It is always good.
Let's not waste time. All right. So there's going to be a timer in the bottom of the screen.
Timer at the bottom.
Timer at the bottom of the screen for you to line up your copy of Black Panther with us. Without further ado, let's get it. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it down.
Interesting way to start a Marvel movie now. Like when it first started like this, it was kind of jarring. The remote's right there.
Yeah, you put it back up there. I'm gonna turn it down just a hair.
Slightly jarring to start like this, but with the way Black Panther is, I'm glad they did it this way because
this was about Black Panther, not Marvel.
Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot of the backstory and the whys out of the way in the first 5 minutes, which I'm glad they did.
Well, I'm also glad that in this opening thing, the way it's constructed, it looks a lot like the technology that they use now.
Yes.
Wakanda forever, which is something that Chadwick Boseman must hate to say now.
Wakanda? Wakanda?
I want to see some of this.
Now when I watch Age of Ultron, when Bruce says Wakanda, it's like, who it?
Right. It's a good 10 minutes before we get the Marvel logo. Because then we go...
Yeah, we go to L.A.
Oakland,
sorry.
Close,
yeah. Is that close?
Well, yeah, it's California, so...
Well, it's a big state. I don't know if it's close. I'm sorry if you're from Oakland or LA.
Now, if there's some big rivalry, I will say the first time I watched it, I just assumed that the opening monologue was T'Challa and T'Chaka, but it's really Killmonger and his father.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
I
name.
forget his name now. Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to say it here in a second. I love how I can remember T'Chaka, but I can't remember whatever this guy's name is. And there, that's actually Forrest Whitaker's son.
That makes sense.
Because it looks just like a young Forrest Whitaker.
And
At least I think so.
Killmonger's father is from This Is Us.
Yes.
I haven't seen that show. My mom loves it.
Is it Sterling K. Brown? Isn't that his name? Is the Feds? This was funny. But since he's from Wakanda, this is good acting by him. Go, there's some weird chicks out here, bro. Grace Jones. He's he's nervous. The way he's biting.
Do you see his temple, temple flex?
When you bite your teeth together,
Yeah, he knew.
The Dora Milaje. I don't care if you're Thor. I'd be afraid of them. Just if you threaten the king, they may not win, but they're gonna die fighting for it. I'd like to know more about the language. Did they actually create a language for this movie and for the MCU, or did is it just some African dialect?
Leave us.
I love that. I just love the dichotomy of the royal line. It doesn't matter who you are. That's Black Panther and King T'Chaka, and I think he's the son of the actor who plays the older version of T'Chaka. I think they're both the sons. I think I read that somewhere because he looks just like a young T'Chaka.
You look strong. Glory to Boston and good health. How's home?
I like how he was hiding his accent too.
Yeah.
Because he's bringing his accent out now.
Mm-hmm.
This man, Ulysses Claw, stole a quarter ton of vibranium from us.
A quarter ton? I didn't realize it was that much. Well, now that I think about it, a quarter ton, because that's all that Ultron
That's
used.
500 pounds.
That's what Ultron used to make the thing, right? It was all the stuff he stole from Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if Ultron found Wakanda.
Well, he paid for it.
Right. And then so did Claw.
Yep. With his claw.
What? What? That's cool. So is that something they're born with, or is it sort of like a thing that they put on their lips, you think?
I'd say they put it on their lips, so that when they're out there in the real world outside of Wakanda, they know.
Right.
Did you think that you were the only spy we sent here?
God, the music, it's I don't know.
Traitor.
Traitor!
You will return home at once, or you will face the council and inform them of your crimes.
And honestly, kind of looks like what Michael B. Jordan would look like if he was 9.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing that, though. But none of us thought that was Killmonger. They held the secret so well.
Mm-hmm.
And then... So I remember that one time you were like, it's lame that they have Cap followed by Cap. But I think what it is it goes from the comics and then transition to the movies. I think that's why they did it.
Honestly, I don't care anymore.
It's just cool.
It is still cool.
Was this the first one where they did the 10?
No. That was Infinity War. That was the first time we did that.
I'm just thinking because, I mean, it was 2018, but I guess Infinity War was like the exact 10-year mark.
Or, well, was it Infinity War?
Yeah, Infinity War.
Okay, yeah.
The red
So
10.
I am right. Okay.
And then right here, we're kind of catching up on Civil War if you haven't seen it, kind of deal. They even put Zemo in there, so that was cool.
But if you haven't seen it,
what are you doing?
What are you doing in your life?
Like, imagine if Ultron found Wakanda. Wakanda would just probably fuck him up. Like wouldn't even...
He would. Nah, he wouldn't. Have
sure, he would just like shut him down.
Yep.
He's jacked. Like him, he might be one of the biggest dudes in the MCU.
Thor.
Well, he's above everybody else as it is. That was, the humor was so well done in this movie. It just felt natural, like people talking.
Well, you can also tell how close they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
I never freeze. I remember seeing this in the trailer and losing my mind. That's like a Batman thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a good throw. Now, do you think he threw it that well, or they go to the cars?
I think they're heat-seeking or something, or they can detect where to go.
This part always didn't bother me, but I don't know, something weird about it. They say defense position like 8 times.
Is it 8 times? Okay, let's count.
Oh, I don't think it's 8 exactly, but it's a lot.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 5. It's definitely a lot, though.
Right, 5.
I was close. You had me nervous there. I was like, oh, it's going to be like 2 times. Now, this scene worried me at first because I was worried that, oh, this is a good shot. That all the combat, they kind of do the same thing in Civil War. The point of the combat in this first scene was just to show off his speed, and it's very choppy. But then, as the movie goes on, it's more fluid, longer shot takes.
Yeah.
Nice. That dude's dead. He's alive. And then they're already setting up her character very well. She just threw that gun at him, like...
And knocked that dude out.
Nice kick. He moves like a panther would. Nakia. Hi. That dude in the back's just like, oh, no. Sit down. Set up her badassery. It's not going to win Best Picture, but the fact that it got nominated opens up the doors. It's the first comic book movie in history to be nominated for Best Picture.
Oh yeah,
it's insane. But it opens up the doors now, where movies like this, movies like Star Wars, movies like DC, movies like Star Trek, they
like
can
DC.
they can all be.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They can all be looked at in a different light. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're not just these. Oh, they're these blockbuster.
Oh, they're
movies.
nerd movies,
right?
They're just for nerds.
I would say the first time before this was like probably when Lord of the Rings won. It was like, oh, a nerd movie won. You know what I mean? Like a geek movie.
Well,
I mean, it was a great book for sure.
think about this for a second. Take this movie and take out the first 5 minutes. Or not even 5. What? I guess it's 5 minutes.
Well,
take all that out.
Take it out. Or do you mean take out after the 5 minutes and just watch that first 5 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, what I'm saying is, start this movie at the Marvel logo like normal.
Okay.
I don't think it would have been as popular. Because this drew in a lot of fans, not Marvel fans. I mean, like, they brought in new fans.
It was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah. So that
this and Wonder Woman were both cultural phenomenons, you know what I mean? Where it's like Wonder Woman brought in people that definitely weren't comic book fans. This brought in people that definitely weren't comic book fans.
But what I'm saying is the first 5 minutes of this movie, like, if you take that out, for us, it still would have been a good movie.
Right.
We still would have known exactly what was going on. We're all hip to it. We get it. And all that jazz. Wait a minute.
This never gets old. So, I love how they took that theme and brought it over to Infinity War. Even though they were both shooting at the same time. Like, you know how on point Marvel's writing has to be when they're shooting these movies at the same time? Where it's like, okay, we're filming Black Panther right now, and Thor Ragnarok, and Infinity War. What happens in those two movies has to line up what happens in our movie. And that's not just what happens story-wise, but what happens character-wise. So, like, the Thor that's in Ragnarok feels like the Thor that's in Infinity War. You know what I mean? It's got to feel that way. Dude. He's just so regal.
Hood.
Angela Bassett. I would say one of the biggest shocks of this movie when it comes to like standout performances and like favorite characters now in the MCU is Shuri. Mm-hmm. She's like grown on me so hard, and like she's Infinity War. She's a huge part of Infinity War, like what she's trying to do at least.
She breaks the mold. Like that.
And she's kind of our connector to this world. Where she's a teenager. She's like, I'm not into all this regal stuff. Like, Vision. I'm sorry. Oh, true.
What kind of update you make to your ceremony or outfits?
She didn't even have to look.
Right. Like what you said, she's our connector. She reels us back in like, yeah, he's a king, but he's also human.
Right.
Which we knew in Civil War, because at that last scene that, you know,
Vengeance has consumed you. It's consuming them.
He was tearing up. Great acting! God!
And then intro to probably the second or third best villain, depending on who you ask in the MCU. Obviously, Thanos is number one. He fucking wins.
He's like the only one that
and
really won.
It's really between him and...
Zemo was the first one that won.
Right, well, I'm saying, like... acting wise, like he's definitely an okay actor, and Daniel Bruhl is a great actor, but like in that performance, I mean, it was a good performance, but it's most time right now people talk about, okay, Killmonger or Loki for the number 2 spot. It's pretty close.
Loki then Killmonger.
But even now I'm thinking, like, well, can you even call Loki a villain anymore? Like, it depends on what movie. Oh, stop. I don't know why, but some part of me thought this was going to have to do with Thor, like, I don't know, with the hammer. Dude, Michael B. Jordan's killing it lately, though. Like, he's in so much. Like,
How do you think your ancestors got these? You think they paid a fair price? Or did they take it after they took everything else?
boom.
So I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You got all this security watching ever since I walked in. You ain't checking your body. Fine, I said it. Okay, fine. I think I have to film too. Hey, somebody get some help. Come here. Call the doctor, please.
This was like a whoa scene when Claw comes in, and obviously, I hope you're watching this having already seen this movie. So I'm not. When I say this, it's not really a spoiler, but I remember when we were watching the trailers for this movie, and
That was awesome.
we were all like, "Oh,
love
I
this.
bet Claw's the puppet master, and Killmonger's kind of his like soldier dude."
Yeah.
And it ended up flipping.
Mm-hmm.
Killmonger was playing him the whole time.
Why you want to shit away? Because expected to leave the car and see who's spread out. Just to talk amateurs.
Like, Claw probably doesn't even know that Eric is like Black Ops 140 confirmed fucking kills or whatever. Like, he probably doesn't. There's no reason to tell him that. This is probably the only cheesy part of this whole movie.
When they kiss.
When they kiss, you know, it just seemed like that bad guy thing. Like, let's make out because it's like a hot moment. It's just a taste.
What does she even have to do with this?
I think they were just together when they started doing this. But he was real quick to saying, you know. Well, she controlled the cameras, so. But I'm saying, like, with her being in the group, I'm not sure if she was with Claw's group already or her and Eric were together already. But it's something that we really don't need to know. I love that. I'm just feeling it. Weird to me that all the people, like, when they left with him there in the thing they're rolling out, they're like, I don't know. Like, nobody noticed it was him and not the lady that passed out. This,
I love this scene so much. It's really cool. The costume designs. Really
they better
cool.
win. They better win best costume design. They got nominated. This movie got nominated for 7 Oscars. A comic book movie. Although Skeptical Hippo on not that it got nominated for best original song, but which song got nominated. All the Stars got nominated for best original song. I would have said "Pray for Me" should have got nominated.
Yeah, but you got to think with music now, it's all run by teenage girls. Like they're the ones that drive the music business.
Yeah, but it's the Academy that chooses. But here's the deal. You know what song didn't get nominated and I think should have won, but it didn't even get nominated? Ashes.
From Deadpool?
Deadpool 2. That should have got nominated.
See, because they saw Deadpool 2 and thought, nah. Like they wrote
like,
it off.
Forget that it's from Deadpool 2. It's a good song.
Yeah.
God, I love this scene. Like, I was hoping when, like, I heard, okay, we're gonna get a Black Panther movie. I want to see him go through the trials.
Did we know about the trials?
Well,
Like, did we hear about them? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yo! Some jiu-jitsu now. But this is what makes him... This is the difference between him and Killmonger right here. It's a complete mirror. I don't want to kill you. Let's work together. Yield so that we can keep this going. You know what I mean? Like, Killmonger was just like, I'm gonna kill you. So even if Killmonger had some things, which he did, Killmonger had a lot of things that he was right about. Like, the way he was treated and all this other stuff. He would never have made a good king.
No, not at all. No, it does come down to the character. And who they are as a person.
I don't know why I love this little thing where they like have this friend moment here. They like put aside the ceremony stuff and they have this friend moment here. I love that. She's still got the hots for him. Whew. Take a deep breath now. But then, right into this scene, which is also amazing. Mm-hmm. I think this is one of the best looking Marvel movies. Like, visually.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I would drink like 8 of them.
What would happen if you did that? How did, like,
Hulk?
Jeez.
What if the Hulk ate one?
What if... Oh.
Or Thor? Thor Panther.
I was going to say Black Thor, but no. Nope. Oh, nice flashback. Oh, good parallels.
Oh my gosh.
Love the parallels.
One of the better, like, we talk about Infinity War a lot. That death scene in Civil War is one of the better death scenes. Like, like the acting when he's crawling to his dad. Oh. He had a good cry, too. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Great actor.
It does, honestly, like, there are some parallels to Lion King, I feel like. Dad, get up. I hope that wouldn't get in your eye, though.
I was just thinking
if, like, just one piece got in your eye, that'd be terrible.
You'd ruin the whole ceremony.
I love his outfit here. I love how it doesn't get dirty, either. How'd they do that? Like, that's where my mind goes when I watch these movies. I'm like, how'd they pull that effect off where there was, like, no dirt?
Polyester, it just slides right off. Doesn't stain.
And they get like some really dry dirt, like it's like sand almost. Mm-hmm. This is so badass.
Some moon sand.
Like that right there in the theater. I remember when we watched it in Dolby. It was like, oh my god. This part kind of gets me a little bit. Just the look on his face. Oh. In the music, not the songs, the score. Listen, I love this. This is a great freaking movie.
Like he realizes, I'm a king.
But remember when you were like, take out the first 5 minutes, that stuff? Now reverse that. Show somebody that first 5 minutes before the Marvel logo. just show them that piece right there, and then maybe show them the Killmonger flashback scene, and not tell them it was a superhero movie. They'd be like, "Oh, this is like a gripping drama."
Yeah, totally.
But that's what Marvel has done. They they have these genre films. You should have got another drink before we started.
That's okay.
Well, I never thought about that. He says that, have I ever failed you? And said no, but then when he comes back to the ancestral plane later, you were wrong. All of you were wrong. We don't see the other ones in this one, do we?
No, it's when he comes back.
But there's some female ones there too.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I didn't even think about female Black Panthers. All the kids are like, fuck.
How does Zuri know?
Know what?
If the Black Panthers are telling the truth, it's like, I saw him. He was there. Is he's
I don't think he has a reason to lie.
For lack of a better term, is he force sensitive?
Oh, I don't know. There's obviously a connection with a lot of the Wakandans.
Did you see that up down?
Yeah. I love how Black Panther is one of the most badass superheroes. He can defend himself in almost any situation, but look who's right behind him at all times.
Yep.
The
The
Dora Milaje. They're always there. And this is what Killmonger is saying. What she's saying. But they have two way different processes about going about that.
That makes a villain a great villain, is when they're, in their heart of hearts, they're good. But it's the means to the end that are always bad.
I could have done it, Father. For you. No, Loki. Thanos as well, really, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Vulture.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was support his family.
Yeah. Green Goblin? No.
You know what? Which one?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I was gonna say the Sam Raimi version or the newer Andrew Garfield one.
Both. They both kind of.
Well, I love the first Green Goblin, but he's just
cool.
evil for evil.
Yeah.
Make your choice.
He was a Joker.
Right, very much so. Jekyll Hyde,
Yeah, things we should be doing. Foreign aid, refugee programs. Let the refugees in. They bring the problems with them.
It's bringing up a lot of political issues,
Mm-hmm.
Now, you said you wanted me and my name to go out there and bring up the work and have no food. But waiting.
But what's a rhino farmer gonna do to clean up the world?
So the things on his face, are those confirmed kills as well? Because that's what Killmonger did all over his body.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a Wakandan thing. I think that was just a thing he did.
Like he thought it was cool and did it?
Well, it's a thing that in a lot of African cultures, but
How do you know?
well, I don't know if it's kills, but that type of body scoring. So, is that hair on her head? Like razor thin hair, or is that a tattoo?
That's my father's presence with them. I wish to bring Cook back here to stand trial.
Wakanda, Dr. Not me.
She's got the Black Widow belt thing on her head.
When we are king, my parents were killed in Vietnam. Not to think with violence, not to think about with clotting from us. From me. It's too great an opportunity to pass.
Makeup,
We'll take him down together side by side.
I think.
God, Angela Bassett killing it over there. She would have made a great Storm. back in the day.
Ooh.
Like back in like when they first did X-Men 2000. Like Halle Berry was okay. She's fine. Angela Bassett though, hell yeah. Here's my thing though. They bring in X-Men to the MCU, and they set up what they do in the comics, where Storm is the queen of Wakanda. She marries Black Panther. That'd be so badass. One of my favorite comic book covers. I don't know exactly what issue or whatever, but I just remember it, and I was like, that's a badass. And it's Black Panther sitting in his throne like this, like with his leg up, like kind of like a Jarl.
Yeah.
And then next to the throne is one of the most powerful mutants, Storm, with her hands like this. Just standing there. Just standing there. It's like, oh my god. He's such a BA.
I love this too.
Stop it.
Stop it.
This is almost like a James Bond scene. Like with Q.
You sure it's a good idea to take your ex on a mission?
Yes. You'll be fine. Besides, you'll be on call soon when you get back.
Yes.
Great things to show you, brother. There are your communication devices for Wakandan. Unlimited range. Also
That's convenient.
audio surveillance system.
Unlimited range. Like,
Yeah.
Remote access to your
now those are cool.
ability to interface directly with my center.
So you put it on any vehicle, and it creates a mock vehicle.
But you don't like my royal sandals. I wanted to go old school for my birthday.
Bet the elders love that. Try them.
So she's supposed to be like 16 or something.
Fully automated. Like the old American movie Baba used to watch.
Back to the Future.
Make them completely sound absorbent.
Interesting.
That's what I call them. Sneakers. Because you
I'm wondering how old he's supposed to be,
I'd say 35.
because the actor is 43.
My design.
all tech functional but old.
Chadwick Boseman, I know his name. Like, so I didn't want to get a comment like, you don't know his name?
Now, look at this.
I wonder what would happen
Love that.
If you pick the gold one.
if she made Cap a suit.
Stop. Or a shield. Well, I'm assuming she made him the other ones.
I'll tell you to go.
I never thought about it. Took me a while to realize that she scanned his thing there on the neck and said, tell it to go on. She basically connected the suit to him, and he could just telepathically tell it to go on. He didn't have to say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But look how light it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
The nanites absorb the kinetic energy and hold it in place for redistribution.
There's so many suits.
The same spot.
There's so many suits in the MCU. Like, you see them in the comics, they look dope. But when you bring them to the movie screen in real life, they could have been ridiculous and goofy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther could have been really goofy looking.
Right.
Falcon could have been really goofy looking. And I can't think of an MCU character whose suit
Did
looks
that
bad.
say Stark on the building?
I missed it.
I could have. I could be dead wrong, but I thought I saw something that looked like Star or Stark or something.
They could have picked a wig that actually, I don't know. It looks so fake.
Skin off my head. It looks nice. Just whip it back and forth. It's a disgrace.
Just whip it back and forth.
So, yeah, come on.
How many women, or sorry, not women, how many people do you think this woman's killed?
Which woman?
The Asian woman?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably a lot. She's the gatekeeper to this place. The guy's like, fine. The music here, though, and the walk.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, balls, mom. Always ready for
War again. Copyright.
Let's talk over it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, this turn. Ready?
God, they're so cool. It's not even fair.
I remember the first time we watched it, you leaned over and you went, God damn, they even turn cool. And just that he didn't reach out for her, he just lifted his arm up and knew. The smoothness.
Like the Marvel characters,
I
they
wanna know
have to
about
go
that.
through. They have to go through a cool school. Like, okay, everything you do has to be cool and smooth.
Marvel has these good, really good, like, Star Wars moments, like from the original trilogy, where they name drop kind of these things that happened at a previous event that we never got to see, but it just makes us wonder, but it explores the characters. Where she's like, I got into a little bit of a scuffle with an ivory trader, made a bit of a mess, and we're like, I want to see that. Like, what happened?
Yeah, but
She's drinking Jack Daniels in South Korea. I didn't know they had. I'm sure
but
they
the
had
thing
it
is,
everywhere.
I'm okay with not seeing that. Like the same
Right.
way I'm okay with not ever seeing a Budapest movie.
Right,
For
but they
Hawkeye
do
and
all
Black
those
Widow.
things. Remember, it's like I ran into a bounty hunter at this place or whatever. Like they talk about New Hope, and then they kind of like, oh, Boba Fett. Like
Yeah.
Martin Freeman was so much better in this movie than in Civil War.
Yes.
Not that he was like a bad actor, but his character's purpose in Civil War was just dickhead. Like it was really lame.
Right here, he's on a mission. So,
Oh, you've
so
been warned.
his purpose is known. It
Wait,
makes
hold on,
sense.
hold on. Let's respect.
You know what? I just take these, bring them over here, and hold on for safekeeping. The king of Wakanda is here.
God,
The king of Wakanda's here.
By learning from the attack on Sokovia,
the moment that we see Stan Lee in Endgame, though.
Oh God.
called off. So,
Well, we get to see him in Captain Marvel too, so we're gonna get to see him. Well, at least 3
I
times
think
this
he'll
year.
be the store clerk at Blockbuster.
I'd like that.
Calling it right now.
He's gonna be in it. I think 3 movies this year at least, because I know he already did the Spider-Man too. I don't know if that's his last one or not, though. I can't remember how much he filmed. But if Spider-Man was his last cameo, that'd be fitting.
Yeah.
But I think they could find a way to keep him cameoing in all the movies. I think that's what Stan Lee would want.
So I love how they think Claude doesn't know they're there. And the way Ross looked at him, it's like, dude, you're obvious. You suck at spying.
I don't think Claw knows they're there, but I think Claw knows, like, Ross is, like, whatever.
Right
like,
there
I'm-
in front of him.
Yeah, actually, that is one. It also gives you the same kind of link if you like. Hey, can you get the link to
I thought it was Mel Gibson.
You think they're for you? Don't worry. I'll do a deal with you about myself. Thank you very much.
Is there just, like, a henchman school somewhere?
Like,
You gotta look like a complete total douchebag, but also
that's the only thing
we
about...
all wear the same shit so we stand out in a crowd in a movie. So you can point out the henchmen. Like, you can always point out the henchmen.
But then when
I was about to buy a fancy suitcase, but until I saved myself some money.
see where she was standing next to a game table. Like, what if that person like tried to respond to her? Like, what are you
Right.
saying?
I love how she completely just like. I like the continuity of the diamonds falling out of the suitcase instead of it just being bullet holes in a suitcase and nothing happening. The diamonds fall out, and I like how they give Ross a couple badass moments in the movie. Like no one is like. I feel like no one in this movie is the stereotypical damsel in distress. This was a literal one-shot take. The camera went up, and as soon as it got to here, they gave it to a person, and it became a handheld camera.
That's cool. Oh.
But Marvel has a lot of good one-shot takes. I still think the best is Avengers. That just long shot.
Oh, yeah.
This jump. Ah! Damn! Murder. I love what he says here.
You look just like your old man.
Oh, fuck. He laughed like a cat would laugh. I love the reason for putting the soundtrack in the scene. He's like, what he says something like, "What are we like in a funeral? Something like put on some tunes." This is a badass suit up. I love that. Wait, which side of the road is it?
Backflip. Yep.
Oh my god. Marvel has good car chases too.
Yeah.
Ultron, Winter Soldier.
I was actually thinking of the first Avengers.
Oh, the tunnel in the beginning?
Yeah, with Loki sitting in the back.
Good. They have a lot of them.
I mean, it's no Fast and Furious, but...
Stop it. Ops on the radar. I don't know. I love that. Like, they just have this sibling connection. At first I thought he jumped out. Like, fuck this. Like he saw him. I would.
Toyota. Product placement.
Guns.
And it's a Lexus.
I love her face as she's in the window. She's just staring straight forward. Why'd they stop shooting, though? Like, oh, they didn't, I guess. They're just bad aim. This is good aim, though. Damn.
Like, she even knew that it was a good throw.
Look at his suit. It's all charged up. And the shot that... It's one of those cool shots that are in the trailer and it still pays off in the movie. Dun, dun, dun,
The music.
dun, 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 dun.
Let's have some fun.
Kind of scared me here. It's like, is it? Are you a Koye? I'm your Uber. In Alexis, I doubt it. You could go much faster. Bop, 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 bop. That. I'm not sure how he survived that car crash, because it's a rough car crash. What? The way I love how he peels the eyes back. Claw! Oh my god.
Like, I'll take that arm.
Oh, I'll get that arm.
What?
I said, oh, I'll get that arm. Something about that made me laugh. King, mercy, hey. Was that a Ric Flair? Whoa, whoa, whoa. At this point, though, the world knows about superheroes, so it should be kind of a who cares kind of thing. But I guess they're trying to protect the secrecy of Wakanda. It's weird that's Gollum. He actually got pretty, like, in shape for this movie. Like, he's kind of thick in this movie. Because Andy Serkis used to be a tiny dude.
That's smart.
I like you a lot. I don't not like you. Who said that?
Look at her. What is that from? God. What?
I don't not like you. What? Was it Justice League? With Batman and Superman? I think it is. When Superman's like, no, it's not because you like me. Well, I don't not like you. God. It's a big gash in his head. I don't see what Claw's trying to do here, though. Like,
He's stalling.
that part, yeah, but I'm saying, like, he's, like, trying to get T'Challa in trouble. Like, because he has all these resources or whatever. Even though it's a secret to the world, and they're trying to keep it a secret, they're not breaking any laws. It's their own country. They do whatever they want. If it's their resource, they can keep their resource. They just don't want outsiders there. Marvel. It's so crazy. Like, think about going back to Captain America 1. Vibranium. Strongest metal on Earth. Well, what they say, like, it's like, like 12... Like, lighter than steel and 10 times the tensile strength of it or something like that. Like,
He's trying to create doubt, which is
right.
like he's pulling a Zemo.
Kind of. I bet that's hard to be an extra like that. You know what I mean? Where like you're having a fake conversation with somebody that doesn't get heard by the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have a conversation there, but make it look real.
Like, so what are we getting for lunch?
Yeah, like I fuck Panther. Boop, boop, boop. Where'd that guy go? The guy who's driving. Did he get killed by Killmonger? That, I like how he has the ring on him. Always. And I like how they speak South Korean.
Well, they're smart.
She see that flicker? Because it was a fake. She must have picked that up. Like, I like that.
Saved her life.
Character building. Callback?
Nah.
Captain America? Why did this knock him back, though? And why couldn't he run after them?
Because
Was he just
the
in
ring was
shock because of
controlling.
that?
No, the
Oh,
ring
stop.
was controlling his vibranium suit.
I love how she says Nakia, but she's fine. Like, why didn't she say, hey, Ross? Even though it looks like it soothes pain, the way it that... Ugh, I feel like it would hurt a lot. This is going to put him to sleep. That's what it's going to do. And they just give them to him.
Yeah. Okay, take him.
No questions asked.
Our mission was to bring the crown. We failed. This man is a foreign intelligence operator. How do
One of my problems with, not the movie, but I guess a character thing is when, they get back and Wakabi's like, where's Claw? He's like, he got away or whatever. And he just like goes, figures, your father never caught him. You couldn't catch him either. And just like, boom.
Like he turned on him
I'm
pretty
like,
quick.
bro, like, come on. Like,
He turned pretty quick.
this was funny. And a little Bucky nod. This is going to be fun. Her hair changes a lot in this movie. Like, he got shot in the spine, and they healed him. And he can walk. Wakanda's magic.
Like the one shot here, too.
That was like a bro kind of look. It's like
come on,
seriously?
man.
Jeez, dude. Just calm down.
And then here's where we get that twist of like who's in charge.
Good CGI. CGIing out the arm.
Don't you worry, when I get back to Jogo, I'll let that for a bit. I'll make sure both you guys get paid. Oh, I ain't worried about the money, bro. You know you're good for it. On the way back, just drop us off in Wakandan. You know we go there, boy. You gotta do it.
And just the way he did that, you could tell he's like special forces.
Sorry. Sorry.
Damn. Cold-blooded. That must have been really hard to pull off with the one arm, even though he does have an arm. That fall. Because he couldn't brace himself. It's a good shot.
Each one is for a tip. You can scar yourself as much as you like. And then you just be outside. You're crazy to think that you can walk from there.
Hut.
I think I saw you some crazy American.
It was weird, like, he's like, they're savages. I'm like, you were there, bro. Like, they're clearly not savages. Like, they're very technologically advanced.
I guess he was trying to scare him.
We get, like, back-to-back twists here. Black Panther statue back there.
So your mission is not go as planned. What happened to my uncle, Joe? Father told me
Njobu.
it was meant to die.
That was his name.
But in the ring, then he got to this one. It is impossible.
You're not good at a lie, bro. I could tell that you were lying right away.
Do not tell me what is possible. Tell me the truth. Some truths are too much to bear.
I'm the king, motherfucker. Like,
Order, tell me.
What happened? I promised the king to say nothing. I am your king now.
Bam. There it is.
that was probably really ugly. If you saw that. There's a goldfish hanging out of my mouth.
Your father placed me there to observe. Unbeknownst to him, your uncle fell in love with an American woman. They had a child. Perhaps he saw there.
Where'd the mom go?
Your uncle observed for as long as a cook.
This is the part we didn't get to see in the beginning.
Communities flooded with drugs and weapons. They are overly policed and incarcerated.
And definitely a bad choice by T'Chaka. He could have stopped him without killing him. He's in a Black Panther suit, for the love of God.
Every country in Wakanda could rule them all. He knew your father would not support this. So, your uncle actually has. No, he helped grow and steal Babylon. You will return home at once, or you will face the council and inform them of your crimes. He threw his weapons on me first.
Who? Killed his own brother.
Your father killed his own brother.
Yep.
Scar, help me. Long live the king. But reverse it, I guess.
The child.
And then this was like the oh shit part. And the child. Oh, it was like boom. Why though? Like, why not go get the kid, bring him to Wakanda, raise him right, and just say, Njobu tried to kill us both with a gun, so I stepped in. He betrayed us. He let Claw in, ended up costing the lives of a lot of Wakandans. I don't see why they had to lie. So he had a clean record.
How did he get into Wakanda?
Him?
Oh no, they're
the border tribe.
Yeah.
So they're outside of Wakanda.
Yeah. I knew
that as you were saying.
I knew that as I was
Are horses in Africa? I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
I just didn't know. You know how strong you have to be to drag a human body like that? I'm Batman. I love how she's working on the things that she's going to end up using later. So, okay. I have to ask you. There wasn't, and they didn't, so it's fine. And that's not what they were going for. But there were just some moments in this scene that almost felt like they were going for like a romance with these two. The way they talked to each other and looked at each other for like a split second, I was like, are they going for something here? Just watch what I'm talking about. Like when she starts explaining Wakanda to him and the way she kind of looks at him, it's just, they obviously didn't go for it, but I was like, they better not be doing that because that's weird.
I think she just has pride in her country.
Don't scare me like that, colonizer.
Kala what?
Okay, is this Wakanda?
No, it's Kansas.
How long ago was Korea?
It's the dude.
I don't think so. Both of these don't just magically heal overnight.
They do here, but not by magic, by technology. Don't touch anything, my brother will return soon.
I have to find all the Crimson Nern roots.
These trade things, that's magnetic levitation, right? Obviously, but I've never seen it this efficient. The light panels, why are they?
Sonic stabilizers.
Sonic what?
In its slow fall, vibranium is too dangerous to be transported at that speed, so I developed a way to temporarily deactivate it.
This vibranium Armstrong?
It's vibranium all around us. It's our healing.
No, she just takes pride in her work.
But this is the way he looked at her there. Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't see it.
definitely they didn't go for that, but I was like, they better not be doing that. Like,
I don't see
you
it.
weirdos.
I don't see what you're saying at all.
I'm not the only one who said that, by the way. So, like, I'm not in the minority. A lot of people thought that's what they were doing, and people were like, "What?" How do you know that? This is the only time where it looked a little green screeny with the backgrounds. Not when it's the close-up shots, but the further away shots.
Tell me that
What do you think they did with his body? Oh, they just left it there, didn't they? Shit.
I guess.
Well, remember, he's like, I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. That's fucking cold.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let your father's mistakes define who you are. You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
Brother, you need to get here now.
Erickson.
That was fast.
Graduated Annapolis age 19, MIT for grad school. Joined the SEALs and went straight to Afghanistan where he wrapped up confirmed kills like it was a video game. Started calling it Kill Number. He joined the
But-
those students. Now these guys are serious. They will talk so they can commit assassinations and take down governments.
Did he reveal anything about his identity?
He has a warlock tattoo, but I have a record of him.
Is this man Wakandan or not? Comes again, better than
Just that little... You see what I was about to say? There's that little hand touch there. What?
What do you mean?
Well, it went past it. Like, Shuri just kind of touched T'Challa's hand for a second. Like,
Yeah.
it's these small little moments where it's like you can see it or you don't have to see it. It's not going to affect the story as a whole. But if you see it, it's like, wow, like they're really brother sister character, like the character development. Like,
Yeah. Huh.
dude, when he stood up and just
And the music behind it.
I don't care if you brought Claw. Only reason I got kill you, I understand is
bro.
who you are. Now what do you want?
I want the throne.
Hey, you, bitch, owner. I'll sit up here, come.
But this right here, what he says here.
It's about 2 billion people all over the world that looks like us. But their lives are a lot harder. Wakanda has the tools to liberate them all. And what tools are those? Blood rain. And weapons. Our weapons will not be used to wage war on the world. It is not our way to be judge, jury, and executioner of people who are not our own. Not your own. Did life start right here on this continent? So in all people, your people, I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda. And it is my responsibility to make sure our people are safe and that the vibranium does not fall into the hands of a person like you. Son, we have entertained the charlatan for too long. Reject his request. Why you request nothing? Ask who I am.
You're Alex Stevens, an American black operative, a mercenary nicknamed Killmonger. That's who you are.
It's not my name, princess. Ask me, Jim. No. Ask me.
So if no one asked him, would he have just not said it?
I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. You ain't the son of a king, you're a son of a murderer. Who you want to see something? Lies. Big enough to be mine.
How's he know? Okay.
Hey, auntie. Bro.
The challenge for the mantles of king and Black Panther. Do not do this, T'Challa. As the son of Prince He is within his life. Yes, no. The challenge will take weeks to prepare. Weeks? I don't need weeks. The whole country ain't got to get out.
He's prepared his whole life for this.
And it shows. But this is still badass right here.
T'Challa, what do you want? I accept T'Challa.
Jazel Pates. And this right here, another visual representation of he doesn't care about tradition or the throne. He sees the spear. What does he do? Breaks it in half. Immediately. Doesn't give a shit about Wakanda. This is a personal thing. Now, if he was already gonna like fuck around with the thing and like say, "No, I did it," take me instead, I would have fucking faked that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking away his powers.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, and vodka shots, vodka shots, vodka shots. Like, give him some, like, I don't know, fruit punch or something.
Where is it close? Locked in the office. It's not going anywhere.
This is your last chance. Grow down your weapons. And we can handle this another way.
This is almost like a Thanos type thing he does here.
I lived my entire life.
Strips the armor.
I trained, I lied, killed. Just to give you. Killed America. Afghanistan.
Now,
Iraq.
he's probably in better shape than even T'Challa.
Right here on this continent. And all this death. Just so I can kill you.
But, like, what did T'Challa directly do? Nothing.
This is all personal for him.
The way he said it that time was not confident. Like, he's gonna lose. Although he gets some shots in. I was like, oh shit, okay. I have to pee, but I don't want to miss this part. Nice. He immediately says yield. I would have stabbed him right in his head. Like he could have killed him right there. That was a good move.
That's not the king that he is, man.
Right. When he does kill him later, though, so.
Well, because there's no other choice.
Oh, fuck that. The inner thigh. I've never had a cut on my inner thigh, but somewhere in my head I know what it would feel like. Fuck! It's just like the inner part of the arm, inner part of the thigh. That was a yikes move, dude. The way he looked at him. This is that point, like when you're watching a UFC fight and your favorite fighter's just been taking a lot of damage. And you're like, it's pretty much over, like unless something crazy happened. And Big John McCarthy steps in. This was shocking. I was surprised.
Uncle James.
He calls him Uncle James, his fake name. Because I bet you, because him and his dad were together there, he knew him as a kid, as James. I cried almost every time in the theater when I watched it. This part. And it was mostly his mom's reaction. His mom's reaction gets me every time. And there's not.
But I love how they all respect the ceremony.
And the tradition behind it. Well, even later, when she's like, we have to find a way to overthrow him. And she's like, overthrow him? He's our king now. Whew. Still. Damn. Execute Order 66. Like this scene right here is what I'm talking about. It's like there is no me leaving. Like it's my duty to protect the king no matter who sits on that throne. I love that. I'm a pee. Go, my heart is with you, but I'm staying.
What the hell was that? Hmm? Sure. Fill me up. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish plug.
Tally.
I was a spy. You can come and go with me, so choose. I am loyal to the throne.
There it is.
No matter who sits upon it.
Still loyal. Still respect the throne.
I love my country. Then you save your country. No, I save my country.
Bam.
What's wrong?
The king is dead. Come with me unless you want to join him.
And you get like a Heimdall thing here where, like when Heimdall and Thor Ragnarok, kind of in secret, starts a rebellion type of thing. It's interesting because like when Killmonger goes into the, I don't know what you call it, the ancestral plane, his uncle wasn't a Black Panther. So it's not about, them just seeing Black Panthers in the past. It's their ancestors, their past.
Allow the heart-shaped thing to give you the powers of the Black Panther and take you to the Ancestral plane.
This would have been a shorter movie if they would have just put a knife right in his neck right now. So he's holding his dad, a lot like T'Challa held his dad when that bomb went off. So there's a lot of parallels. You still get that background and through the windows. It's cool. What's crazy is right here. Through the conversation, his dad sees the error of his ways. But Killmonger still...
This is one of my favorite scenes in any Marvel movie. The acting is some of the best. And I love how when it switches to the conversation, it's no longer the adult Killmonger. Boom. Because that's who's doing this plan, is that kid. It's not a mature adult making these decisions. It's everything that he was ever raised as.
am I here?
No tears for me?
Jesus. And it's the kid who says that. That's just life around here. It's not the adult who says that. It's a kid.
He sees the error of his ways, and it's right back to the adult.
He goes, look what I've done. Basically, look what I've created. And then boom, back to that. Jesus, Marvel. Making me all thinking shit.
Maybe you're home with the ones that's lost. That's why I keep fighting.
Good point. God. So was she just always like the secondary Zuri? Like,
I guess.
she could have grabbed like 2. Just in case.
When you went to the bathroom, I said, like I kind of got a Heimdall vibe. Going into the shadows to start a rebellion.
Oh, yeah.
So when it comes time for another king, we will be ready.
Another king.
This is... I don't like this plot device.
My king, we cannot do that. It is our
You think Killmonger doesn't want to fuck? Make another kid? So if he has a kid, he's just going to be like, sorry, kid. I'm the only king. And the Black Panther has nothing to do with king. It just so happens that T'Challa holds both rights at the same time. But T'Chaka was the king, while his son was Black Panther. So he's like, well, when there comes time for another king, well, who gives a shit about that? This is for the protector of Wakanda.
Right.
I love how it goes in upside down.
Because it's all flipped upside down.
And then when T'Challa retakes the throne at the end, how it kind of turns right side up for him. Because things are back in place. Wakabi's by his side, already turned.
You know where I'm from. When black folks started revolutions, they never had the firepower or the resources to fight their oppressors. What was your comment?
And he's already listened to him. He's like, I pick up what you're laying down. I'm like,
Navigation on Earth already in place. You know how Congress is Spain, so we use the Young strategy. We're going to sin by bringing weapons out to our war dogs. They'll arm oppressed people all over the world, so they can finally rise up and kill those in power.
Jesus.
And anyone else,
See her eyes get real wide. Like,
this time they know the truth about us. We're warriors.
what's with her hair? I'm trying to figure out. Like, it looks like there's clay on it or something.
The sun will never settle the Wakanda Empire.
Wakanda has survived.
That would be a pretty cool. I'm not sure comfortability, but that throne in your house. Imagine bringing a girl over and being like, "This is my throne." There's Stormbreaker over there. There's my hammer. Damn. When's the last time you chopped wood?
I think it was like a month ago.
How would you like to have a wood chopping axe that looked like Stormbreaker?
That'd be amazing.
Let's do it.
What do you mean, let's do it?
Let's make one. Or pay somebody to make one. I love how we've really never seen her real hair until this point. Her hair looks dope.
That's cool.
That would be so scary. That reminds me of something, though. In some movie, I can't remember. It's like in a mountain, and it looks like a face. Shit. You know, you can feel it, right? You don't know it, but you can feel what I'm picking up. Damn.
It's not King Kong, is it?
No, I'm talking like but I can see like fire too, but snow. It's like a railroad.
think you're full of garbage.
Thanks. Oh. Fuck that. It's the Stormcloaks. So here comes Ulfric. I like how it's modern, kind of, but old school. Like, they have lights. The way he's sitting. That's a Jarl. That's a... You're kind of pushing some blame right now, the way she talked to him.
You not hear about noses in
Silence.
I love Mbaku.
You cannot talk. One more word, and I will feed you to my children.
This got a big laugh.
We are vegetarians.
That's funny. We're vegetarians. I doubt that. There's no way you can get that big eating veggies. That dude's eating some meat. I love how she called him Great Gorilla Mbaku. A little callback to his comic name. But I'm glad they didn't use his comic name. His comic name was slightly offensive.
What was it?
Man-ape. The fact that she got on her knees. I like how he uses... That's the same weapon he uses in Infinity War, now that I'm thinking about it. When he's smashing that... what do they call them? The Outriders? Smashing their heads in. This is cool. Where's Timon and Pumbaa?
What?
Like he's Simba. Like they saved him. Like
Ow.
there they are. There's Pumbaa. And there's like the animal who's pulling him.
You're an idiot.
Hakuna Wakanda. Come on.
Kuna T'Challa.
What if they didn't grind it up and they just like put it in his mouth like chomp, chomp, chomp? Get it? It's hot. Like, they just burn his mouth.
It's also really cold, so that could just be warm.
True. I like how, doesn't Ross say the thing here for a second? Well, he turns around and then... what do they say? Kumaku? Something like that. But then... Ross says it. I like that. That was cool. This is just like the sand. What if he's like, it's fucking cold down here? I was just sleeping on him. Come on, cool. Yeah, see, he says it just a little bit there.
He's a believer.
Wake up to T'Challa. That was cool. The way he looked at his dad is so different than the beginning of the movie. He's just almost in disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm starting to wonder, when he dusted, did he go to the ancestral plane?
Good question.
Yeah. Because it's not like he was erased from existence. He died because if he was erased from existence, then the people around him wouldn't remember him. You know what I mean? If he was just erased. So he died.
Yeah, because when Bucky died, Steve was really upset.
Right, we see that in the trailer. So it's not like they're forgetting that these people were ever alive. That would almost turn the knife even more. If they like almost forgot about them, that would turn the knife.
Cannot stay here. I cannot rest. But he sits on the throne. He's a monster of our own making.
They're like, I like how he kind of like, even though it's not, he kind of takes a little of the blame. Like he's like, of our making. He's a good king. That's when Ross kind of went like, shit, okay, I'm starting to believe this Wakanda stuff. It's like Winterhold. I want a Skyrim movie. But not about the Dragonborn, just make it about like make it about the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. Because we already know the Dragonborn story. Surprising that they haven't already gotten to those designs.
What? What about you?
I love how he's like, I'm super cold or whatever, but I gotta make sure I show off my arms in this jacket.
Nowhere would be safe.
I think our first step should be calling the Avengers. Although, again, because remember in Phase 2, they're like, and honestly, it's only Iron Man 3, which is the big problem. Iron Man 3 and Thor 2, those two movies where it's like, where are the Avengers?
Yeah. Like, it would just take a phone call.
Right. But like this movie, this is right after Civil War. They're at their lowest point. They're completely broken. No Avengers are going to show up.
It's not an option.
Right. And this is still small scale compared to those movies.
Are you done? Are you done?
Lord M'Baku. That deep breath. It's like, what now?
And he still respects his authority, which is really cool.
Please allow my mother to stay here. No one will come to her.
Fucking love that.
You know I could use an army as well. I bet you could. But no. I will give no dramatic lives towards your cause. It is our cause. It's for all of us. Us. You are the first king to come here in centuries, and now speak of us. We cannot speak for past kings. The enemy is sitting right now. We both know the power of our
I feel like in a fight, though, even though... I don't know why. Even though T'Challa beat M'Baku, I feel like M'Baku would beat the shit out of Killmonger. I don't know. There's something like that.
I was thinking about that when Killmonger and Black Panther were fighting. Like, could Killmonger beat M'Baku in a ritual fight?
Like, no weapons, just hands?
No, just the same way. They start out with weapons, and then eventually they drop them and stuff, and just the same fight.
I love how they're like bugs. The ships.
Sounds like a hive.
Ugh. They just found this super perfect, weird balance of I can completely buy that they are this technologically advanced, but still wear garb like that. They pulled it off so well. I don't know why. Why are they looking at it like they've never seen it before? They live there. Like, look at this shit. Tell me, this is what you guys been holding all this time? And this is like Scar on Pride Rock and Simba coming back to Pride Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He even climbs up on the thing. It's an awesome musical moment. And what? There's a little bit in his face. There was just a little bit of really.
Oh shit!
Yeah. What's up?
I know you dead. As you can see, I am not dead. All that challenge shit is over with. I'm the king now.
You know what I just thought about? It's still a fair fight because they both have the herb.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like him showing up as Black Panther is unfair. Y'all are blind motherfuckers. Like, henchmen in these movies are always dumb as shit.
The challenge is not complete.
What will we do? For the tribe!
But a tribe? Bombay. I wonder, are there some border tribe that don't go out? Or there's some border tribe that side with T'Challa? Because remember, in Infinity War, where, you know, she goes, and the border, or T'Challa goes, what about the border tribe? And she goes, those that are left. After this happened.
Well, because they died.
No, well, most of them are still alive, but like,
Yeah, some died.
but most went to prison. Like Wakabi's in jail right now for treason. Boom, and then the damn. Really, it was only the border tribe that turned on T'Challa.
Yeah.
And the Jabari kind of took their place as that fourth member. And
Damn.
something that most people don't see. I'm not sure if you saw it when you watched the movie. I didn't see it when I watched it. I saw like somebody bring it up on YouTube. When T'Challa retakes the throne, Wakabi's seat is taken by M'Baku. He's in the throne room, so he's now a part of the council. Mm-hmm. That's so dope. These were like, I'm so on the rhinos just because it kind of made it into a big CGI fight. There's definitely cool moments like when he takes it down, but it kind of turned into this big CGI fest at the end. The best stuff is with him and Killmonger, that final battle.
Oh yeah.
Nakia and I will get control of the royal telemeters.
What?
Huh?
Don't worry, I'll guide you through it. It's just like driving a hoverbike.
That's a hoverbike?
Nakia, different. You're not a door.
I'm not a door.
Come now.
I'm a window.
We're not getting drunk.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm
Counting on you.
Like, it is a little kind of weird that this is brutal. They could have showed a little blood because there should be blood everywhere. That's badass though. Like, oh fuck, they're just like pissed off now. Suit up. So like, what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, so his like Killmonger's Black Panther costume, like it looks evil.
Yeah.
So like if T'Challa chose that one earlier,
Good point.
like would he have looked evil? It's got a face on it too.
Good
like,
point.
"Ugh." I love that. He just takes it. Like, he's like, all right, I got a job to do. Dead. I think there was like a comic where that happened exactly. Pins him. Bought a necklace. Get the fucking necklace!
Come on, Quill. We almost got
We almost get this off! Fuck that. I'd be so scared. It seems like it's got a pretty good lock-on system. Like, this isn't... The shooting part is not the hard part. Like, why wait any longer? Just keep shooting. Oh, shit. That was almost that Civil War move. Damn. Here's the thing, though. He's not going to die in that suit.
Right.
There's no stakes at all when it comes to them fighting him.
Like, imagine having a suit that,
Fuck
like,
that.
you just wouldn't be worried about getting hurt.
Yeah, he looks evil as fuck. Why get closer? Back up. Stop getting close. All you're doing is holding him down. Bad move. This, though. When he sees that his sister's in trouble, holy shit. It strikes a different nerve than we've seen this entire movie. Shit. So technically, she's a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like, she is. There's no question about it.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like she should be on those Disney princess posters. I like the silence.
That reminded me of Spider-Man 2 when he's falling with Doc Ock.
That and Spider-Man. Didn't they do the same thing? Did they do the same thing with Spider-Man 3 with Sandman? During the train sequence, but you just heard the train. Like, it was silent, but then you hear the down, 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 down with the train.
I think.
Neither will he. She was like, okay.
No question. Okay.
Are you sure? Last chance. Ooh. But I like how it doesn't just completely, like, phase it off. It just kind of makes it unstable.
I don't need a suit to kill you. The raid is over. You set up here safe and protected. You want to see us become just like the people you hate so much. Divide and conquer the land.
You have done that yourself.
You have become that. You will destroy the world. Wakanda is for that.
You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it.
You were the chosen one.
You were my brother, Anakin.
I hate you. Great timing.
Yes, let's go.
Then why were you sitting there? Just get up. It's like, I'm on. Just waiting on you. This is cool. I like this. Should it ever get through, though, if it's vibranium?
Integrity is at 50%.
Bring me back in.
This is crazy. Like, none of the Avengers know about what happened here.
Right.
Like, the world could have been in peril if those weapons got out. Or did Cap every now and then go to Wakanda? Like, he'd be like, you'll never guess what happened last week, bro. Yes.
One-handed him.
Witness the Jabari firsthand. Badass. I like how the women warriors are even like, "Ah!" They're almost like the women warriors. They remind me of what are they? The Forsworn.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Skyrim, just like the brutal tribal ones. Like. And move. Ow. Why is it still facing? Shouldn't it not be if they were outside of the thing?
It still gives off that frequency.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Sure. I love her. It's science. Like
It's beyond science at that point.
it's marvelous.
Shut up.
I love this. Make an X with your arms.
They got me trapped in some kind of cables.
I like how she's thinking while it's very Iron Man like.
She's really smart.
I
She made all that.
I think the Russos or Feige, somebody like she's the smartest person in the MCU. Nice save. Just imagine her and Tony brainstorming together what they could come up with.
She would teach him so much.
Well, all right, imagine him or her, Tony, and Banner together in a workshop just doing stuff. Like, holy shit.
Dude.
Hulk armor. Stop. Well, create a Hulk vibranium suit. Fuck, you'd be Dunsky. What if Hulk punched Cap's shield? We've never really thought about that one.
It wouldn't break the shield, but...
I love this line. This gives me goosebumps. Because they're a thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember watching it in the theater. How many times did you see it in the theater?
Twice.
A couple times when she said that, a bunch of women clapped really loud. Because that was a badass female moment right there in this movie where it's like, would you kill me, my love? For Wakanda? Fuck yeah, I would. I would murder you right here. The music here is the best. Almost a little Winter Soldier.
I was just thinking that, the knife flip.
This is it for you, cuz. Or this is the end. No, I got it right.
Cousin, not cuz.
I don't know why I thought it was cuz. Oh, the elbow. He timed that roll perfectly. But I love this right here. The first thing he says.
That was a move.
Hell of a move. Oh my god, the acting. Like the facial acting. He's just like
He feels bad.
he didn't want to do that. Marvel has a lot of good acting where it's just no words. Fuck. I like how the train decided to stop going now.
I was gonna say, like, hey, can you turn off the train now, please? We're good. I got him.
Because there's so much in Killmonger's face right now. It's sadness because he was defeated, because he knows he's dying, because all he ever wanted was to see Wakanda and see the world.
For what?
Or make them see the world as he saw it.
Yeah.
The music is so good here. I think it got Best Score too was nominated for, which rightfully deserves. This is one of the best scenes in the MCU. I would say probably, not counting action scenes, so like just acting wise, top 10. I can still save you. This line made me almost stand up.
Just buried in the ocean. With my ancestors, they jumped from the ships. They knew death was better than bondage.
That line made me almost like get up, like out of my seat. I was like, that was a Marvel movie. Holy shit.
Mhm.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that face.
God. I love that. I don't. Here we're gonna get the mirror when he retakes the throne here.
Now all is right in the world again.
For a couple months.
Yeah.
Come back. It's right side up. And where's M'Baku?
There he is.
There he is. God. I just want people to do that for me. And then when I walk into
When
rooms.
you walk in a room, make an X with your arms, and
You knew he was going to lay one on her here, though. And he had good reason. Because normally it's cheesy when they do it. But he's like, hey, I almost died. Like, is there like a Wakanda clothing line where they just get all this cool looking clothes?
oh, don't.
Wakanda or him? Or was that double meaning?
She knew what she was saying. Where's she gonna go?
Well, she was like an agent.
Oh yeah. You know, I actually love this end scene when they're in the council.
Which one?
Like, I guess it's the after credit.
Oh, the UN?
Yeah, the UN.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I don't think it should have been after credit. I thought that should have been the end of the movie. It felt more like the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's still wearing it. Fuck. Or Disneyland.
Why here?
This is where our father killed our uncle.
She's like, thanks for bringing me here. like,
Oh, crap.
I'm tearing it down.
Good. You are not tearing it down. I bought this building. And that's building. That one over there. This will be the first Wakandan International Anthem.
I love how, like, when we first watched it, it was kind of like a funny, like, when he said, I bought this building, that one over there. It was a funny, like, big dick energy type move where he's like, you know, I was able to buy these, but like, he could buy that whole fucking city if he wanted to. It's not that big of a deal.
Easily.
Maybe subtly introduce Wakanda a little more.
Yeah, let's take some baby steps.
Although, honestly, when you think about it, this is a world where Chitauri have invaded.
Very true.
It's not that crazy.
Who do you think that is?
I don't know. I kid.
I don't know.
They do focus on him a little bit, though. I like how they do it. Just not even for the cameras. They're like,
I think that's Killmonger's son.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Boom. Yeah, good song. And copyright. All the stars are gone.
Another copyrighted song.
Whatever.
Copyrighted song.
Man, there it is.
Finally, after months and months of promising, we finally delivered.
Black Panther. Boom. Turn it down a little bit. We don't really need to listen to this song. There we go. Even though it's a good song. Good credits too. I like the credits are really cool.
Very unique.
Man, I remember when we first walked out of the theater for this one, I knew, because sometimes I can almost tell in my head, I'm like, I maybe just liked that a lot because it was a superhero movie. When I walked out, I was like, there was something different about that one.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, I felt the same way, and I still feel the same way about it.
For sure. I'm ready for the sequel. I'm sure we're going to get it. I bet you we get Black Panther 2 probably November of next year. So 2020.
What?
Well, Black Panther is going to be back, clearly, after Endgame. I think they're probably going to announce Phase 4 right after Endgame. Because right now, the only Phase 4 movie we know about is Spider-Man Far From Home, but they know already what's going to happen. They know. It's not like they're like, well, we don't know. Marvel's never been like that, so they know. I'm betting, because that would have been 2 years, over 2 years, since the first movie. Guardians 1. I'm trying to think of sequels now. Like Guardians 1 to Guardians 2 was, that was almost 3 years. There was some, Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man was 2017, and Spider-Man 2 is 2019, so only 2 years. So they've done sequels that close before. Mm-hmm. And I think if it's a moneymaker like this one, you definitely do it. Predictions for if we're going to say they're going to keep doing 3 movies a year next year, what do you think? So we got our 3 movies this year: Captain Marvel, Avengers, and Spider-Man.
Doctor Strange 2.
Okay. Black Panther 2. You in with me on that?
Yeah.
And then Fantastic Four.
Nah.
X-Men. All right, hold on.
Guardians 3, maybe.
I think that was scheduled for 2021. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. They look cool all the time.
My name is King T'Challa.
Oh, we know.
I am the silver and
I gotta have a PowerPoint over there. Like Wakanda, it's this place, but we really don't know. So you think Ross is like the United Nations kind of what's that word?
The ambassador.
Yeah, the ambassador.
Their go-to.
Yeah. I like the smirk that Ross gives, though. That's my favorite part.
This is amazing.
now more than ever. The illusions of division threaten our very existence. We all know the truth. War connects us and separates us. But in times of crisis, the wise build bridges, while the foolish build barriers. We must find our way.
It's like he is a good king.
to one another, as if we were
One single tribe.
We showed you respect to each other. What kind of nation of families have to work with the rest of you?
And then this right here.
They all look at each other.
This right here. That's the little chuckle, like how you have no idea. I have things in my pocket that could surpass anything you have.
Oh my god. And I think that's a sentiment that needs to be said more. You know, more does connect us than separate us, and you know, we lose
sight of that. We lose sight of that.
I'm not saying just, you know, let's drop all borders of all countries and make it an open world, because it could get hairy there, but let's just treat everybody like the same. Like, there's no separation. We're all human beings. We're one single tribe. I thought they said Groot at the end there. Trevor Noah was in this movie? What? It was the last thing there.
I saw it.
Trevor Noah. Well, he's the new Daily Show guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where I would have seen him.
Shit.
Maybe he was one of the henchmen for Killmonger.
One of that, or maybe one of like the.
Well, it would have said right
It
next
said
to
Griot or Griot.
He
I don't know.
he might have been.
I'll
One
have
of the
to look it up.
tribesmen. I don't know.
But so if it's not Guardians 3, what do you think? Because it's not going to be another Thor. It's not going to be another Cap, another Iron Man. The original Avengers. Let's just go ahead and predict that they're gone, or if they're not gone, they're not going to have any more solo movies. It's too early for another Captain Marvel. Obviously, we haven't got the first one yet. Too early for another Ant-Man, probably.
Yeah, I know. Doctor Strange needs his sequel.
That'd have been 4 years. That's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
4 years.
Doctor Strange needs his sequel.
And that makes sense. Like, after... His is a movie where you can do a world-ending event that doesn't involve the Avengers.
Right.
Because, just like the first one, it was a world-ending event with Dormammu, but the Avengers couldn't have helped him with that. That was a whole other realm. You know what I mean? So you could... I think he could definitely be involved in...
Best boy grip.
We haven't seen... we haven't seen Mordo yet since Doctor Strange 1.
Right.
And I feel like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like, he's just going around collecting the power of these sorcerers. Shit. I mean, Mordo is his big bad in the comics. So as soon as they announced him as, like, a friendly, I went, well, that's going to last.
Best boy. I don't get it. What are these best boy grip again? What? I don't understand these job titles.
I'm sure if you looked it up, you'd be like, oh, that's what it is.
I don't want to look up best boy grip. That's okay.
So I'm just thinking of, like, what do we have now that we either have only one sequel to, it's not a trilogy yet, or we don't have a sequel at all? So I'm trying to think. Going through all the freaking Phase movies. Everything in Phase 1 has a trilogy by now, right? Iron Man has a trilogy.
Yes.
We're not going to get another Hulk movie. Thor has a trilogy. Cap has a trilogy. Avengers has a trilogy. Yeah, Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Cap 2, Guardians. It could very well be Guardians. Then it's possible. It could be Ant-Man. You never know. Just because, I mean, it was only, it was 2015 and 2018 for Ant-Man. So it was about a 3-year gap.
But think, like, now that, the Avengers have been well established by now, you can't really have another solo movie.
Well, you can't have a world-ending event solo movie. It's got to be save the block. It's got to be save the city, not save... Like, Spider-Man is going to work because, one, they're taking him out of New York. Smart. They're putting him in Europe. So, like... And Nick Fury is in that movie. So he's almost like going, this is your job, Spider-Man. I'm not calling in whoever else he has.
Test.
Right. I'm not calling in backup. This is you. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely can't be, but I trust Marvel. Like, here's the thing, Marvel's made mistakes. They've definitely made mistakes. But they've always learned from their mistakes. But not in a reactionary way, where it's like the next movie is completely changed because of a mistake they made. They made a small mistake, and they were like, all right, the next time we do this movie. So, like, Thor 2, it was kind of boring. It's not a bad movie, but it's just boring in parts, and there's not enough action, and it just doesn't seem very lively. All right, Thor 3, let's completely turn this thing on its fucking head, and we're gonna be like having rock music in this son of a bitch. We're gonna be fighting Surtur. We're gonna have Hela. Thor's gonna have lightning powers. Like, we're gonna go crazy with this thing, and we're gonna throw in a bunch of comedy because the next movie is going to be our darkest movie ever, and it's just going to set you up for going like, oh, everything's starting to lighten up. Boom, Loki's dead.
Right. First 5 minutes. You will never be a god.
And follow that up, juxtapose that. What's the last thing Steve Rogers says? Oh, God. Not, oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. There's only one God, ma'am. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
You know, the last time I was in Germany.
God, the first Avengers it's so comic booky, but it's the best.
I love it, though.
You knew it was going to be Bucky.
The White Wolf.
You knew it was going to be... Oh, when he's like... Or when she was like, and what of this one? The White Wolf has rested long enough. Is it not crazy, though, how big Bucky is in this universe? When you think back to the first Cap.
He's a big part.
Like, when you watch the first Cap for the first time, I never thought he would be this big.
The White Wolf.
I love this part.
Sergeant Barnes.
But...
Good.
So he's completely Bucky now. He's no more Winter Soldier. Thank God. Was that a fucking Thanos ship up there?
What? What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
And Black Panther will return in Avengers Infinity War, which we've already watched in our commentaries. Boom! There you have it, folks.
Finally done.
Black Panther, we did it like we promised. And if you watched this commentary early on Patreon, thank you guys so much. We've gotten a couple more supporters this past week. It's really exciting that you guys want to help the channel out, so thank you so much for that. And if you're not watching early, make sure you check out Patreon so you can go take advantage of those rewards. Next up on the docket, Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's our last one on the docket because Captain Marvel comes out in March, it comes out the first weekend of March. Captain Marvel's a month away. I just thought about that. It kind of clicked. Captain Marvel's a month away, and after that, Avengers Infinity War comes out, or Avengers Endgame comes out in April. There's not going to be any time. It's not going to come out on DVD yet. So
no.
It's just like Black Panther last year. We will eventually watch Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame, but it won't be till after. So we have one more movie commentary until Avengers Endgame. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm not going to put a date on it. I'm not going to promise you guys anything. But it will be before Avengers Endgame.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget, we mentioned it right before we started the commentary. If you're here with us still, thank you. Didn't think you'd be watching this long, but anyway. So, this coming Thursday, we're going to be hosting our own geek game show. All the information will be in the description box. You can follow links. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can apply to be a contestant on the game show. There will be more info to come later, but it is going to be a lot of fun, and it is live.
If you want to be a contestant on our first episode, which is this coming Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Time in the U.S., you can just obviously get the app and sign up on the app, and then send us an email and say, I want to be on the show. That thing, you're going to need a phone or an iPad or something with a camera and Wi-Fi where you can be live with us, so you can stream with us. But all you need is your phone. That's all you really need. And you can win a cash prize. So if you want to be in our first episode, email us, iconiccomicmail@gmail.com, because we're going to make a decision on who's going to be our first two contestants. But then even if you don't get picked, you can still be a part of the show and vote in the show. So we'll be talking about that throughout this week so that you guys are prepared for it. And as always, guys, make sure you guys like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
So you guys don't miss a single thing from the channel.
Make sure you guys stay tuned.
Stay iconic.
And cue music.
Holy Grail.